A big embarrassment for U.S. Customs and Border Protection. A federal watchdog says CBP has already paid a staffing company $13 million to fill 7,500 positions. But as our 10 News reporter John Horn discovered, so far they've only filled 2.
Even the report's title is alarming. It says, "Management Alert, CBP needs to address serious performance issues on the Accenture hiring contract." And that lack of workers being felt right here in San Diego. Felt by people like Isai Polanco. He spent lots of time idling in his car, waiting to cross the San Ysidro border.
Usually we do about an hour to 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So it's pretty hectic.
One reason for the rush hour backups? U.S. Customs and Border Protection doesn't staff all of its booths. And fewer officers means more waiting.
You would get a lot more booths going. And I mean, like, the line will probably be cut in half.
Turns out, Customs and Border Protection has big hiring plans. In November 2017, it signed a nearly $300 million contract with consulting firm Accenture to bring in 7,500 workers over 5 years. But a scathing new report from the Federal Office of Inspector General says more than a year and $13 million later, Accenture has hired just 2 people.
So our workforce comes from both sides of the border. Our commerce comes from both sides of the border.
Cindy Gomper-Graves runs the South County Economic Development Council. She says the report is a bit troubling. After all, her group has worked with CBP for years to reduce the border backup.
Anytime you have people waiting in line instead of working, instead of shopping, instead of going to restaurants, you're actually losing money.
Accenture says it remains focused on fulfilling CBP's expectations. John Horn, 10 News.
Customs and Border Protection says it is constantly working to strengthen its hiring capabilities. CBP says it takes some exception to the federal report, but agrees the contract with Accenture has been a challenge.